Hey, what's up, guys? Andrew from American Musical Supply here at Summer NAMM 2019. I'm at the Levy's booth with Daniel Donato. How you doing, man?
Fantastic.
It's great.
Yeah.
We had he was just playing here for a little bit for us. We were very much enjoying your Telecaster stylings.
Thanks, Andrew.
So, can you share with us a little bit about your musical development and how you got into playing the guitar?
Man, I'm part of the YouTube generation, so it's like I always listened to rap growing up. I was really into hip hop, and then Guitar Hero came along. I'm like, well, this rock and roll music's really cool. And then the amalgamation of that experience with YouTube, it was a crazy amount of knowledge and ease to access it, and a strong work ethic, and just the love for the guitar, and not really being social at all throughout all of high school. And that was it for me.
Right.
And I also played close to 1,000 shows down on Broadway, which is just a couple blocks over.
Yep.
And those are like 4-hour shows. So I just have this immense amount of work that I've just put in with almost this exact guitar around my neck for all those years.
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Yeah, I was walking down Broadway last night, and I just was stunned by the variety of music that was taking place down there. And I can imagine if you're a musician here and you're doing those gigs, the amount of music that you have to know.
Yeah.
To be able to, actually work in this town.
And you develop the skill of learning music.
Right.
Yeah, that's another crazy thing too.
So how do you approach that?
Approaching what?
Like learning, how do you approach if you had new material that you have to learn? You got any tips for people like out there?
Yeah, I love the idea of being able to know something before you play it on the guitar.
Okay.
So a lot of people say that they play by ear, and that's awesome because a lot of the time your ear knows more than your hands do, and it should. But you want to have a technical understanding of music that builds up the foundation that is the ear. You know what I mean? So knowing how a chord progression sounds and be able to kind of play through it in your head.
Yep.
Having a relative level of relative pitch helps. That's a big thing as well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Was that something that you found, just your relative pitch, something that just developed for you, or was that something that you took conscious steps to actually?
It's a bit of both.
Yep.
It is, absolutely. I love doing like vocal warm-ups on the piano, and something about not having the guitar in my hand but having the same pitches that are on the guitar.
Right on.
That always it kind of puts those pathways in your mind. I actually have a book that I put out, weird plug, with Hal Leonard not too long ago, and I talk about that in there, how to build that and exercises.
Very
also
cool.
On all my platforms, everything I talk about, all those things.
Right.
Yeah.
So having come from, you shared a little bit about your background, like where you grew up listening to hip hop,
Yeah.
and then got into the guitar later through Guitar Hero and things. Do you find that any of that formative years of listening, like that influences your approach to music now and what you do in your original music?
Kind of, but not really.
Yeah, okay.
I don't really
You're
have
not spitting
too much
any bars?
Not really.
Okay.
No, not so much. I'm really influenced by like country music,
Okay.
like outlaw country music, like Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, and the Grateful Dead. And then a lot of singer-songwriters are a big influence on me.
Okay.
Townes Van Zandt,
Yep.
Nick Drake, even Ed Sheeran. I love Ed Sheeran. So coming from all those directions, but yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And any Dave Cobb record. Everyone needs to listen to Dave Cobb a lot.
That's good.
Amazing records.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, if people want to learn more about you,
Yeah.
where can they do that? Where can they find out where you're playing?
My best platform is Instagram.
Okay.
Link in bio, because like everything's in the bio. My website, everything's in there.
Okay.
I'm on Patreon. I'm on Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter. Then I also have an email list that I send out. A podcast that I'm starting up soon. But yeah, Instagram, the Daniel Donato, Cosmic Country.
Awesome.
That's it, yeah.
You know what? One other thing I want to ask you about, since we're at the Levy's booth,
Yeah.
and you're a Levy's user,
I am.
So can you talk a little bit about which Levy's products you use and what you
Yeah.
like about them?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the thing that's consistent through the brand of Levy's is the fact that you can take it to a very low-level venue where things might get stepped on, drinks might get spilled on them, etc. And you also need to be able to like put things in places they might not be comfortable with. Or in this case, this strap, this thing adjusts while you're holding it.
Yeah, right.
Which is
Wow.
absolutely awesome.
That's pretty cool.
That's totally great. That's really an efficient way to design a product. I love the straps and also the cases. Those cases, I'll bring this one. This one's designed for a Telecaster. What do you have to say about Levy's products? Yeah, this is a real case study here. Yeah, I
like
just love it, yeah.
Case study. That's
Yeah.
good. Well, thanks so much for your time.
Hey, thank you.
And if you're interested in any Levy's products, please visit AmericanMusical.com.